It's Week 15 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see this team's veteran running back. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. We can hardly wait for the start of this one, and it's coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
All bye weeks now in the rear-view mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Completed to his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The big play nets him 17 yards. And they're going to have a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to the well again. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They're now set for 1st and 10. A quick throw completed out to the left. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw. Walker hauls it in. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. He gets 6 on that play, and that'll give him a first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's a throw. Setting up the screen. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now on first down. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted actually, so second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Plowing up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
He's dropping back to throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To the air now on 1st and 10. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They've got first down from the 31. They'll try and throw it here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Dropping back to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, It can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one, just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing it to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give him a first down. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's second down. They'll run for the first time with their rookie from Michigan. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They go play action here. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. Escapes the sack. Taking off with it again.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3. It is cut left side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw now. Dump off caught by his back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
To number 22. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up
So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. Take a quick break and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They've got a 4th and maybe a yard. We'll see what they do. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. They'll come out throwing. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes their offense out again. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Man in motion here. They'll run here on 1st down. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fields this clean at the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here from the gun. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Pass play coming here. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st down, ball at the 36. Lone back gets the handoff. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Back to throw. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Has a big hole left. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
On 2nd and 7. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Looking for a throw here. Quick slant complete. And he will take this in. Touchdown! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys make it a 10-point ball game.
Our home team, nothing.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense headed back to the field. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. They go play action on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll throw it. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. That's one he knows he should have had. 4th down coming up. So out now comes the punter. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Takes it in at the 26. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. So it's the 2-minute warning here from San Antonio. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And coming off a 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up. Still sticking with the passing game. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. So they're left facing third and long. Setting up a throw. And this is another incompletion. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up fourth and long. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Koo able to put it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He'll take this at the 10. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Pass play now. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And that'll bring up second down. They are throwing it again. He's got it over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. They'll throw it again. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So that's halftime for us here. It's a 7-point game after our first 2 quarters. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Throwing now from the gun. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They get 13 on the pickup, and that gives them the first. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that means third down coming up. Back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They're going play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Now we're on the counter, and he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Now looking to throw. All in left side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
So this one flies out. No return from him. And they're putting the ball right at the 40-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now a give running right. And he's dropped at the 37 after pushing this forward a bit. A 5-yard gain helps, but they need a dozen now here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Caught by his back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Escapes the pocket. He'll try and run this. And he slides down, but we got a flag on this play.
Holding offense.
You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Putting a receiver in motion. Play action on 1st down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd down and 20.
The give now out of the shotgun. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile.
3rd down and 1.
Here's a throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He's dropping back to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Dumped off to his running back. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
It's 4th down.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff now from the gun. And this one doesn't go far. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. They'll try and throw it here. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? And they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Collects this at the 35. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. This one returned for 11 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. New set of downs for him from the 46. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Another carry for him. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a gain of 4 there. And it'll give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Slot man in motion left. First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They send a man in motion. Throwing now, off play action. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. All right, here we go. Second down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this one does not go far. Give him 3 on that run. 3rd and 12 coming up.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 12.
First throw for the backup now. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Return starts at the 9. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. That outruns their offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, they'll run. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Short pass brought in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's a give up the middle. A 5-yard gain on the play. And they'll have first down.
First down, Salt Lake City.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. They've got it with a lead, hoping to carry it across the finish line. New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on first. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Dropping back to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and short. Punt team on the field. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They're throwing it. Finds a man right side. And he'll get it up to the 27. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They've got a man in motion. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From midfield now. He's got a man left. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Complete out to the right. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter on now, and he gets into this one. Now outruns their offense to take over. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 27. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the 1st snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
It's a gain of 22. And that'll be a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. 1st down, he'll throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Man, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 15. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's we got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. This offense ready to get going again now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll throw on 1st. Brought in right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Looking to his fullback now. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Dumps it off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in San Antonio. These guys losing by 4. Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Running back sent in motion. Desperation time here on 4th. They connect for the 1st. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the 1st. He'll look to throw it. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. So before 3rd down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Give them 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Putting the tight end in motion. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now ahead of third down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here he is to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Slot man motioned over. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Now this offense ready to head back out. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It was a great effort from our winners as we bid you farewell from San Antonio.